So, hello students. So Shashank sir and me, I think we both are visible to you. Uh, so regarding answer writing practice with respect to general studies and anthropology, Shashank is one of the close student of mine since last 4 years. He's also content developer at the academy, and he himself is a very hard worker, a very motivational person, inspiration to the young people of the country. So,
Thank you, sir.
so Shashank is here to guide you with respect to how to write the good answers for general studies and anthropology. So I made you as admin, Shashank. Please
Yes, sir.
carry
Yes,
on,
sir.
and I will be leaving the session.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, then we should start the session of today's. Today's session is about how many people have previously attended my sessions. Like I have taken one session, 1 hour session here. Okay, so Janya, any other people? Okay, Shiva. So I told you in the last Akhil. Okay, I told you in the uh, last session that we will be talking about answer writing, answer writing of GS, and subsequently we will be talking about the answer writing of anthropology also. But today we will be more focused on GS. Okay, so can you type your doubts, whatever? Have you started your answer writing? I'll just access the chat section.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, Whether you have started your answer writing or not, just tell me what are the doubts. Just write on this chat section what are the doubt, so that we can like compile all those questions and then start the session with the doubts only. We got one doubt, sir. How did you manage the GS3 paper? Okay, there will be questions about GS3. GS3 is economy, right? Very less scoring. First question, less scoring. Okay. Second question, are we the beginner? How to, as we are the beginner, how to just start the answer writing practice? So can you just explain? Okay, Gitanjali, for beginner, answer writing. Okay. More questions? Example in paper one, getting one question, same as it is having related another question, we can write similar answers. Shravan, can you unmute your mic and just explain me what you have doubt? I'm not able to get your question. Shravan,
Yeah, hi sir.
yes.
In paper one, asking
Mm-hmm.
the one question,
Mm-hmm.
same as this another question having relatively, but
Okay.
we can write similar answers or any
Can you
differentiation
just
we have to show.
specify some questions, because that will make easy for other people also.
Okay. So I have getting in case in examination hall that type of situation facing means how can we write? Have you experienced? No, that's why you have
Okay,
face any type.
I'll just address this question. No worry. Similar question.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll address this
yeah,
question.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
Balu,
thank you.
Balu sir, where should we choose question for daily answer writing? Okay. Fourth, daily answer writing. We will take just 10 minutes, maximum 10 minutes. We'll be taking the questions, right, jolting down the questions, and then we'll start the session. No problem. Okay, Balu, Teja, sir, how to write conclusions? Okay, conclusions. Because we can prepare for the topic, but for conclusion within short span of time, how do we think and write? Okay, conclusion, introduction, and all that we will discuss. Addressing the time management. Okay, very good question, Shahid. Time management. After reading the NCRT later, when we are revising, can we just directly go through the standard, or again we have to read the NCRTs, sir? Okay, NCRTs and standard material books. Okay. Uh, how to understand demand of the question? Okay, Sandra Pramod. Demand of the question. Demand of the question. Okay. How do we address you were less familiar with? Okay, questions like questions. Unfamiliar questions. Okay. Unfamiliar question. Don't worry, I will address all these questions with examples. You'll understand better in that form. Rajesh, how to present answer clearly with limited words and limited time. Okay, time management I'll answer. Akhil, how to frame an answer. Can you please explain to write into the okay, I'll do that. Sir, please explain the answer structure for essay writing. Essay writing we will cover in another lecture. This is for GS 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll that what are the key components of answer writing? Okay, Anil. Prasanna, sir, how to know what to read and what not to? Okay. Prasanna, approach for ethics and essay. Okay. How to substantiate our answers with current affairs. Okay. Saujanya, Lokesh is asking for approach for CSAT. Approach for CSAT, I'll tell you, but this is for answer writing. Lokesh, if you have any doubt for answer writing, just ask a question. Otherwise, CSAT, I'll tell you. No problem in that. Teja, sir, for GS is answer writing structure same for all three papers? No, Teja. There will be slightly different approach for all four papers, in fact. Okay, so we should start the session. We have questions. Dr. RK, ITDA, sir, how to decide the content with the structure with limited time? Okay. Malesh, sir, how to get 1 mark extra comparing with others? Okay, good question, Malesh. 1 mark extra. Good, good. If you're thinking in this way, you'll improve your answers. So this session is for answer writing. Look, for answer writing, after you clear prelims, you will be having GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, then essay, and then paper that optional, right? Optional 1, optional 2. For all these papers, the method, the structure of answers is slightly different. Okay, so just remember that the content which we are preparing for GS1, yes, there will be similarities between GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, but the content which we have to write in that answer will be slightly different. Okay, for example, listen carefully. In GS3, if a question is about, say, budget, for example, say budget, GS3 deals with economics. Okay, so if a question is on budget, this is just a simple example. It is for budget, budget, what is budget and all that will not be asked in UPSC. It will be very easy. So for budget, you have to think about on economic lines. Okay, economic lines. But when this same question is being asked in GS2, which which entails with polity and governance, then you have to mention Article 110, 112. Okay, so understand the difference. That when the same question is asked in GS3, you have to give more emphasis on economic aspects, and when the same question is asked in GS2, you have to give more aspect on more emphasis on polity and governance. Right? Understood? So this is the difference which I was talking about: GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. I'll just jot down the points that what approach you can just make the notes of this. This is called pestle technique. P is for political, E for economic, S for social, T for technological, L for legal, E for ethical. Okay. After that, you can make your own, like I for international relation, D for disaster management, disaster management. H for historical. Okay, and what more dimensions? Look, you can make your own dimensions. How many dimensions I have covered? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so and one more, E for environmental. Earlier E stands for ethical. This is for environmental. Understood. These are the 10 dimensions which you have to predominantly you keep in your mind while you are writing any answers of any GS. Okay. This pestle technique can also be used in essay. Okay. But we are talking about GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. For these, you have to use this 10 dimensions. More dimensions you can add, but these are the 10 dimensions on which line, if you will think, then you will get your answers covered with all the dimensions. You will be able to cover all the dimensions of a question. Now what I want to address here is that not all the dimensions will be used. Not all the dimensions will be used in a single question. Dimension will be used for a single question. Okay. For example, if I'm asking a question in GS3, then my first point, how to structure a answer. One of the question which was asked by someone, that how to structure your answer. For example, in GS3, some question is asked, then you have to write the point. Whatever you are writing the point, no, just write the first point as economical aspect. Then you go to then write 2 to 3 points in this, and then you go to political point or environmental aspect, or before political, environmental, environmental, and then technological, technological. Why I am following this method, this sequence? Because this sequence is same as the syllabus of GS3. If you will understand the syllabus of GS3, in GS3 first they have given economics, then environment, then technological. Okay, so in GS3 answers, you have to write first predominantly about economical aspect, then environmental impact of those topics which has been asked, then technological aspect which has been asked, and then afterwards, for increasing the dimension, you can add political or historical aspect of the question. So in this way, the difference between GS1, GS2, GS3 uh, will be addressed. For example, in GS2, when you are writing the answer of GS2, predominantly your answer should be on political aspect, political and governance aspect. Write the points of political and governance aspect, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever amount of point you want to write. Then you go to historical point, or you go to international relations, because if you see the sequence of syllabus which is given in GS2, then political, international relations, then historical, then economic or cultural. These are dimensions, extra dimensions you can add, but in GS2 you have to predominantly take the view of political and governance aspect, and then international relations and all that. Understood? What is the difference between all these GS1, GS2? Similarly, GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4 will have some kind of difference. The dimensions will be the same. Understand my point. Dimensions, you have to, every time you have to keep whatever, give a question of somebody post a question, PYQ of mains, any, like, just mention which GS1, GS2, GS3. Monica is asking, sir, shall we mention the headings like introduction and conclusion in answer? No, you don't have to mention it. Just give me a question, uh, some question of, you know, mains. or somebody unmute your mic and then say, I'll write the question. We'll come structure wise, first introduction and then body and then conclusion, penultimate conclusion, and then the ultimate conclusion. We'll come to that. Don't worry. But first, I want to state the difference between GS1, GS2, GS3 answer writing. What is the difference between them?
Sir,
Mm-hmm. What is the monetary policy and its importance? Discuss. Uh-huh. Tell me one question.
is like have to substantiate our statements with current affairs. So
I'll come to that. First, give me a question of mains PYQ. What I have explained, I will explain in through that question. Just give me a PYQ question. Somebody, wait. I'll search. Teja has posted a question. What are the salient features of the National Food Security Act 2013? How has the Food Security Bill helped in eliminating hunger and malnutrition in India? Okay. First, the question is about NFSA. Teja, can you just dictate the question because I'm not able to access the chat now when I'm writing on my notepad?
Sure, sir. Sir, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
So the question is, what are the salient features of the National Food Security Act 2013?
Okay.
How has the Food Security Bill helped in eliminating hunger and malnutrition in India?
Eliminating hunger
And malnutrition in India.
and malnutrition. Okay, this question might have been asked in GS3, right?
Yes, sir.
GS3 question. This is NFSA salient features. It is direct question. I think it is of 15 marker question because there are look 15 marker question. No, they inadvertently they give 2 to 3 question in that single question, but in 10 marker you have to find out how to fill the 2 pages. But in this 15 marker question they will be giving sufficient question within question so that you can fill 3 pages uh, like very easily. Okay, so they are asking salient features of NFSA. Just NFSA. If now I am we will come to this question. What are the parts of the parts of an answer? We will address this parts of whole answer writing structure through this question. Okay, parts of an answer. First is introduction. Second is body. Third is uh, it's like penultimate conclusion. It's not conclusion, but it is some sort of way forward. Okay, in some question this will be used. Okay, in not all questions it will be used, but in some questions it might get used. Okay, and the ultimate conclusion. Okay, these are the 4 parts you have to write in every every question which is there asked in mains. Okay, in introduction, how can introduction be written? So one way is writing relating to current affairs. Relating to current affairs. Okay. For example, this question of NFSA 2013. Okay. If you remember, there was COVID. Okay. In COVID, the government of India provided lots of food, free food to the people of India uh, uh, through this act, NFSA Act, or something like we can cover is that introduction. In introduction, we can write that NFSA covers almost 2/3 of the India's population, 2/3 of India's population, and it is very important for, and it plays a vital role in eliminating hunger and malnutrition. Okay, so in the introduction we have linked something which is given in the question. Okay, this is one way of writing relating to current affairs. If look, UPSC will always ask mains questions, say 60 to 70%, which are related to current affairs. Okay, if you are reading any current affairs module for mains, for example, the PT that means 365, if you read the heading, no heading of the news, you will get कि हाँ ये वाला topic इस वजह से न्यूज में है, then just copy that into your introduction, that if NFSA is asked, or for example, for that matter, if women security is asked, women security is asked. So you can just quote the example of the recent example of Kolkata's doctor, no, very tragic, tragic event, very brutal event is that. So on Kolkata's doctor, you can, if women's security is being asked, you can relate to the current affairs. So this one has asked how to relate current affairs. So in introduction, you can write, if it is 10 marker, then just dedicate, you know, 1 2 line or 3 line, maximum 3 line. In maximum 3 line, you have to, write your introduction, not more than that. If it is of 15 marker, you can go for 2 3 or 4 line uh, introduction. Okay, so these will be the template. Ki 10 marker, you have to write 1 2 or 3 line introduction. 15 marker 2 3 or 4 line. Basically, in 15 marker, you can write 4 liner introduction. Okay, so in introduction, you can write relating to the topic, or if introduction, the introduction gets complicated in GS1 paper. GS1 paper. Why? Because the most of the questions in GS1 paper are static. So you cannot write introduction ki okay, if they have asked ki civil disobedience, what is the significance of civil disobedience, CDM, or something like Karakori, Kakori, Kakori conspiracy, or Kakori that Kakuri conspiracy, if they are asking. So you cannot write relating to current affairs. But just what I said to you, that UPSC will never ask a question irrelevantly. They will be asking CDM, civil disobedience movement, if it has completed 50 years or 75 years or 100 years, then only they will be asking. There will be some sort of significance. Kakori conspiracy, there will be some sort of significance. The reason being is the reason for UPSC asking that static question in that year. So if you are able to remember that okay, CDM was in news because Prime Minister mentioned somewhere, or some cabinet minister mentioned, yes, and, for example, Paca rebellion. There was a discussion in Parliament, Paca rebellion. So if it is asked in UPSC, UPSC has not asked about Paca rebellion. But if it is asked, you can mention that current fact into your introduction. Okay, and if, for example, it is very static question and you are not able to relate it to the current affairs, just write the right information. And another way of writing introduction is just write about topic. Write about topic. For example, if um, if municipal solid waste MSW Act has been asked, salient features of Municipal Solid Waste Act, or for that matter, Air Pollution Act, Air Act, Air Act. So for these types of question, no, you can just follow key Air Act was Air Act was passed in somewhere like 1981, or I don't remember the year. Air Act was passed in this year to help curb the Water Act. Sorry, Water Act to help curb the overuse of water, और जो हम उसको गंदा कर देते हैं वो, to overcome that. बस इतना सा लिखो introduction. That's it. So there are 2 or 3 types of introduction you can follow. First is, if you remember current affairs, that is the best introduction for your answers. You can relate to your current affairs, 2 to 3 lines. Just mention why it is in news. Just mention that. And if you are not able to relate it with the current affairs, then you can write static information about that, because if you are reading religiously, if you are preparing for UPSC, you will be knowing 70 to 80% of the topics being asked in mains. And one more tip, very important, very important, is that PYQs of mains is very important. Means very important. Why I am saying this? Because UPSC has the tendency to repeat its questions. Now you will ask, okay, no, sir, UPSC does not repeat itself, or something like that. But what they repeat is, for example, they will ask 1 year, they will ask what are the status of food processing in India. Okay. Previous year they will ask, 1 year before, they will ask what is food processing industry, FPI. So I understand that the same question is not being repeated, but the topic is being repeated. Just understand, means upcoming means, this is how much UPSC repeats the topic. For example, terrorism. They have asked terrorism questions. Yeah, they have repeatedly asked a terrorism questions from terrorism topic. Cyber attacks. What I am telling is, the topics get repeated. The questions don't get repeated. Topics get repeated. If you see GS3 questions, no, the last the 15 marker question, there will be cyber attack. One question will be dedicated to cyber attack. One question will be dedicated to left wing extremism. Okay, one question will be dedicated to terrorism and development. So these are the topics, broad topics you have to cover. Okay, questions will not be same, the topics will be same. So if you are preparing broad view of that topic, no, for example, cyber attack, what is cyber attack, what types of cyber attack, and what are the implications on economy, what are the implications on society, what are the implications on international relations, implication on polity, all these dimensions, if you'll cover in this topic, no, you will whenever UPSC will ask a question about cyber attack, you will be able to tackle this. So somebody asked me how to make notes and all that for GS. No, this is the way to make GS. Even if you are going to coaching, no, just arrange your notes in this format. Okay, in coachings also, they will be teaching cyber attack, they will be teaching LWE, they will be teaching terrorism and development. So arrange those topics in this format. Okay, these are the topics, and what I have to cover. For example, what is terrorism? Which organization has defined? For example, nobody has defined terrorism. Okay, what are the implications on polity, economy, social, technological, environmental implication of terrorism? These are the things which you have to cover. This will make your comprehensive notes. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Can you just unmute your mic, and because it is very monologue type of discussion we are having.
So,
Yes.
Yes.
like when we are reading these monthly magazines, almost these dimensions, what you all mentioned, have been covered in these monthly magazines, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So, can we directly make notes from the monthly magazines?
Yes. In my previous session also, I told you that if some magazine or some toppers copy is toppers copies, they have mentioned points points or they have covered the topic. You don't have to repeatedly make notes out of these notes. Okay, just you have to, what you have to do, that take out the syllabus of GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. Okay, whatever topics they have given, 1.1, 1.2, whatever topics they have given. Okay, just write here. Okay, here page number 2 of November 2024 magazine. Okay, so whenever you are reading that topic, you just go to magazine 1, page number 2, and this topic will be get covered. Okay, so somewhere you have to write key, because during UPSC preparation, what I have observed, that during over a period of like 10 to 1 to 2 year or 2 to 3 year, you get lots of notes, pile of book, you will get notes, but you don't have to do that. You just have to mention here key, okay, page number 2, somewhere you read some part, and then you add page number 4, February 2024 magazine. Just you have to write where did you cover this topic. That's it. You don't have to make your own notes. Already notes have been given. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we have covered the introduction part. Any doubt in this? You can just unmute your mic. I'll not read the chat section. No, I'm waiting for questions.
Sir, how to write introduction in history?
History, I told you, no? Mm-hmm. Hello?
Sir,
Sir,
Uh-huh. History, I told you about. If they are asking, if they are asking about CDM or something, it will have some kind of current affairs significance in history. But if they are asking truly like 100% static topic, no, just give the required static information. That's it. For example, um, very static question of history. History. Okay, let it cultural. If you know any question, can you just give me a question of history which is very static in nature? Hello?
Hello. Yes,
sir,
sir.
about Indus Valley civilization or any about kingdoms, Mughals, anything like that.
Mughals, they will not ask Mughals or kingdom, some
Previous
specific
question,
kingdoms,
let me
they will
teach.
not ask. Okay, they
So
will be
one
asking.
sec.
They will, yes, one previous year question if you have.
Yes, sir. Evaluate the policies of Lord Curzon
Lord Curzon, okay.
and their long-term implications on the national movement.
Okay, you know the know about Lord Curzon. Lord Curzon was a Governor General.
Yes.
Okay, just write information that Lord Curzon was Governor General of British India during this period. That's it. And then you can add he took several methods or whatever the asked in question. No, Lord Curzon and something
Policies,
there.
sir. Policies.
Policies for what?
Policies of Lord Curzon and their long-term implications on the national movement.
But then you can just write ki Lord Curzon was British India's British India's Governor General during the period of this which is very vital for India's national movement. That's it. This will be your introduction.
Okay.
Understood? Because
Yeah.
this is very static question. Okay, you don't have to sit and think about the current affairs, relate about current affairs. Just write the information. Whatever you know about that, because Lord Curzon was a Governor General, you just have to write Lord Curzon was Governor General of British India during this period, and it is very vital for India's national movement. That's it. And then you address the second part of the question, which is asked what are his policies. His policies are then 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Okay, and then
their
the
implications
third
on the nation.
and the third part of the question is the implication on India's national movement. Lord Curzon was during Bengal's partition, no?
Yes, sir. Bengal partition.
Yeah. So you can write many points of Bengal's participation. Implication, whenever there is implication being asked, no. So implication
Yeah.
can be divided into positive and negative. Okay, positive implication would be ki he like his policies uh, gathered all Indians across caste and creed, because he divided this Bengal, no.
Yes, sir.
After that, anti-partition movement started. In that anti-partition movement, everybody took part. So in
Yeah.
a way, it strengthened our national movement. So it will be positive implication. But
Yeah.
many people died, many people
Yeah.
jailed, the students got their education disrupted because of movements. So it will be negative implication.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to write first positive and then negative in length. Positive you have to, because whenever UPSC is asking about Britishers, they expect students to mention more negative points, because it is a blot on our history, right? British rule
Yes.
is a blot on our history. So more elaboration or more points should be of negative rather than positive. Just
Yes,
understand
sir.
the psyche of examiner, that why he is asking question about this type of question, because he wants you to know that okay, his policies were a dent on India's cultural history or historical, right? So you have to write more negative points. Understood. So
Yes.
this is history. History is like if current affairs you can relate, or some static information you can give into the introduction.
Sir, how can we address this conclusion to this question, sir?
A conclusion we will come. Don't worry. We'll address this question with conclusion. First, introduction is clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Sir, for
Uh-huh.
GS2,
sir, I
shall
have a
we,
question.
sir, is it compulsory that we need to start with
No,
act
wait, wait,
or
wait, wait. Oh, one. Ask.
Sir, I have a question. Can you?
Yes. Please tell your name first.
Rajesh,
Okay, Rajesh. Ask. Go on.
discuss the main contributions of Guptan period and the Chola period to Indian heritage and culture.
Hmm. This is a
How
very
can
static question.
how can we write the introduction to this type
I'll
of
tell.
question?
So you asked about Gupta and Chola period, right?
Uh, Indian heritage and culture contributions
matlab
to Indian
their
heritage,
contribution to Indian history,
Indian heritage and culture.
contribution to Indian heritage and culture.
Yes, sir.
Culture. Okay. So for this question, introduction will be that Gupta period. Then you mention the period. Somewhere around approximately you can use 300 AD to 550 AD, and Chola period. For Gupta period, you can mention this Gupta period, and then you can write which ruled over northern area, Chola period, and then you write the period ruled over southern India. Both contributed vital. Both contribution is very vital for India's heritage and culture. That's it. This will be your introduction.
Sir, how
Understood?
many lines can be?
This shall be 2 or 3 lines.
Okay, sir.
Understood, na? Because it is very static question. Understand? It is a very static question, so you have to give very static information in the introduction. That's it.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay. Any other question for this introduction part of our answer writing?
Yes, sir, this is Teja.
Yes, Teja.
Sir, for GS2, is it compulsory that we need to start the intro with article or law, or else like we can write intro with some static information or like definitions?
Okay, it depends on question. Teja, it depends on question. If in any question, my video is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in any question, if there is a scope to mention article, nothing better than this conclusion and this introduction. If you if this example, for example, if there is a budget question or something like parliament's you know president question, president impeachment question. So there is a mention of Article 72, I think, president impeachment, right? If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. Impeachment of president is mentioned in Article 72. Am I right? Not revising your GS2. Somebody answers, no? Impeachment of president comes under which article?
Sir, it's Article 61.
It's Article 61, na?
Yes, sir.
Article 61. Okay, procedure for impeachment of president. Okay, so if president's impeachment has been asked, you can directly mention Article 61 in the introduction. That will be the
Okay.
best introduction.
Okay, sir.
Understood.
Yes.
So wherever there is a scope of mentioning article in introduction, you can just blindly introduce your answer with article. It will be the best. Okay,
Yeah.
and you
Okay.
don't have to write verbatim of our article. Don't put this article into this comma, inverted commas, double commas. Just write article 1. Article 61 says that procedure of impeachment is this and this. Bas, that's it. Because if you are putting that article into this inverted comma, you are indicating to the examiner that this is the exact word which has been used in the constitution. So you don't have to use these uh, inverted commas and all that, double commas.
Okay, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So GS2, you can, wherever there is, you also mentioned about defining definition
Yes.
based introduction. Okay. In which type of questions these are being used, definition based? If the question contains some typical words, okay, for example, what we can take, for example, question is being asked about cryptocurrency. Okay, cryptocurrency. Now, for example, it has been asked that cryptocurrency is in news, and what are the implications on the society? This is the same question which is being asked and which has been asked in UPSC, I think 2020 or 2021. Okay, cryptocurrency and what is its digital currency and what is its implication on the society. In these types of question, cryptocurrency is a novel term which has to be defined in your introduction. Your introduction in these types of question will start with definition of cryptocurrency, that cryptocurrency is this and this. So what I suggest you all now, take out the syllabus of the make 10 copies of each syllabus of GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, and whatever topic has been given, just for example, this approach is very useful in GS4 papers. For example, if they will ask about compassion, or if they will ask about aptitude, attitude, or empathy, or honesty, these are the keywords which are given in GS4 paper, no, GS4 syllabus. So all these keywords, you have to prepare definition for all these keywords in advance. So in the examination, you don't have to think too much on these, what will be compassion. And for every for GS4, I'm telling, for every keyword, for example, if there is integrity word given in your syllabus of GS4, you have to first how to make notes of GS4, that I am telling you, integrity, then you have to first, in your notes, you have to have your definition, one or two definition, easy definition, but you have to write only one definition in your exam. But one or two definition in your notes. Then integrity, you have to take 5 examples of Indian scenario, 5 examples of Western situations. Okay, so this will be very mix and match of integrity. If you are writing 2 examples of integrity which involves freedom fighter, male freedom fighter, then you can mention 2 examples of female freedom fighter who has shown immense amount of integrity, right? So when you will mix the examples, women, you give lots of examples about women, about male freedom fighter, about Western people. Okay, so you'll get marks in this. So for GS4, whatever keywords are given, just prepare a definition and prepare 10 to 10 examples. Understood? So definition based question is basically from GS. So GS4 questions are basically based on introduction will be based on definition, but it is not exclusive to GS4. It may be used in GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. I told you about the question of what is like cryptocurrency's implication. So first you have to define cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency is a word which needs definition in that introduction. Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Any other question on introduction?
Sir, for opinion like questions, what should be the introduction, sir? Like if they ask you, like, do you think like legalizing same-sex marriage, or like like do you think, like when the question is started with, do you think like marriage as a sacrament is losing its value in modern India, or anything like opinion like questions, sir?
For opinion line question, you can start with current affairs, no? Current affairs you can start with.
Okay, sir.
Current affairs, or what was your question? Can you just repeat it?
Like, do you think marriage as a sacrament is losing its value in modern India? That is
Okay.
2023 previous year's year question, sir.
Okay, so for these types of question, if it is current affairs related, I remember a fact. For example, you can write into the introduction that according to a report, if you don't know the report, you just write according to a report, the divorce rate in India has been increasing, and it has increased around 5 or 5. It is somewhere around 1.5 or less than 5%. So you can just use the sign of approximately 5%. This will be your introduction.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this introduction is based on data and facts. This is also a type of introduction. Look, you guys are asking questions, and these are the types of, we are getting the types of introduction. So first type of introduction what we uh, told about is the this current affairs based. Second is historical questions, very static, so we have to give just historical data and all that, give that data. Third is definition based introduction. Fourth is data plus facts, this introduction. I'll recommend you all lecture. It's of Sunya IS. Sunya IS lectures. It is around 11 or 12 hours. Okay, this lecture covers every every topics, data and facts, data plus facts, for every topic of GS1, GS2, GS3. You can make notes out of this lecture. That is very useful. It will be very useful. Okay, so these data, for example, women in parliament, women in parliament. Okay, so if you have the data and fact that women in parliament in 17th Lok Sabha, it is around 16, less 16%. You can write, if you are not sure about the data, you can just use the in 17th Lok Sabha, the number of female parliamentarians is less than 20%. Play safe. If it is 15% or 16%, just don't mention the exact data, just mention that it is less than 20%. So data and facts, if you have data and facts, your introduction, you will not you will not take much time to think what you have to write in introduction. You'll immediately start with data and facts in the introduction. That's it. If you have data and facts regarding that topic, and that you will get from this lecture. This is very useful lecture. I'm not promoting anything, but this is very useful lecture. Understood? Any other question on introduction?
Sir, one doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, for suppose in the worst case scenario, like at least one question, if we don't have any information about that question or we have not studied about the topic, like can we write some related info in the introduction for that?
Look, there are 2 or 3 types of question in mains paper when you will write mains. In that, what I've mentioned is there is no you have no idea about the what you have to write in the answers. Okay. So in that type of questions, there will be one word or 2 word or 3 word of the question which you are familiar with, right? There
Yes.
will be such words. You just elaborate those words. That's it in your question
Oh,
in diagrammatic form. If you have
okay.
less time, you just elaborate those 2 3 points in diagrammatic form and just move on. Just
Okay.
don't think about too much about what you don't know.
Okay, sir.
But please don't skip any question. Again, I am repeating, don't skip. Somebody asked me what is the way of getting +1 in every question. So if you are not writing this question, no, you will get no marks. But if you are writing this question in diagrammatic form or some related information in that, maybe examiner will give you half marks or 1 marks. This is the extra marks you will score in this. So please don't leave in any situation. Please don't leave any question. Don't leave any question. Just attempt it. Even if you are having less time, just make it in a diagrammatic form. Diagrammatic form in the last 1 or 2 minutes, just write diagrammatic form, write political impact, economic impact, and all that, and hence that malnutrition and poverty has decreased in India, but a lot of work has to be done. That's it. 1 or 1.5 page you write, they will give you 1 or 1.5 marks. This is better than leaving that question, right? And how much it will take? Making a diagram and writing a simple conclusion, that it will take hardly 30 to 60 seconds. That's it. When teacher collects the paper, this is the amount of time which we get, and we hurriedly make diagram for those questions which are leaving due to less time. But please don't leave any question. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Any other doubt in this introduction
So
part?
time management for ethics papers, no?
You are writing answers. Can you tell me your name? Who asked
Saujanya,
the
sir.
question? Saujanya. Okay, Saujanya. Have you written any question? Have you been writing answers?
Yes, sir. For GS 1, 2, 3, I've been writing. So for GS 4, I've not yet started any answer writing, sir.
Okay. For GS 1, 2, 3, you are writing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There are 2 types of question, that is 10 marker and 15 marker. So for 10 marker, how much time you are taking?
So since it's my initial phase, I'm taking like more than 10 minutes, like
Okay.
10, 12
More than 10
minutes.
minutes. More than 10 minutes. Okay.
Yes.
Fine. For 15 marker, how much time you are taking?
More than 15 minutes, like sometimes 30 minutes also. So like time is lost in the thinking, sir.
Okay. So I'll address this time management also here only. Look, when I started answer writing, no, I was worse than you. Just let me be very honest with you that I was worse than you. For 10 marker, I used to take 15 or 20 minutes. 15 or 20 minutes. I used to just sit and think what can be the, because I didn't know about pastel technique. I didn't know about it, how to generate dimensions. Understood. I didn't know about this. how to generate, what are the dimensions, what we have to write and all that. For 15 marker, I used to take 30 minutes or 25 minutes or 20 minutes I used to take. So you are better than me. Just on the initial stages, you are very better than me. Now you have to, what you have to do, just continue the exercise, what you are doing. Keep writing. Don't stop. Keep writing. This advice is, if you are fearful of that, okay, I'm not able to complete answer on time, 10 marker I am taking 15 minutes and I'll stop writing now. That is not an option. Okay, if you will stop writing, you'll not be able to improve. So keep writing. What I did, no, I kept writing, and it eventually reduces time. Eventually it will reduce your time when you know that there is a pestle technique or some other dimensions, you I whatever I G D, whatever all dimensions I have given you. When you know these are the dimensions, you have to fit your answer in all these dimensions. Okay, if some question has been asked, you just your thought process should be what are its political implication, economic implication, social implication, technological implication, legal implications, ethical implications, geographical implication, historical implications, disaster management. If we can include disaster management question dimension into this, so you have, when you will do this exercise umpteen number of times, you will eventually reduce this time in 7 minutes or 8 minutes or for 10 marker. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So for everybody who were worried about time management, time management is an issue when you don't know what to write, because in mains paper, believe me, either you will write with your pen or you will think. Both cannot go simultaneously. You are thinking and then writing, thinking and then writing. It will not be a case. You just have to, whatever you are writing, no, you just have to write answers immediately. You have to write answers. Don't have to think over too much on that. So thinking part has to be done before the exam. I told you, pyq is very important. Are very important. So if a topic has been comprehensively covered, you'll not take time to think in exam. You'll just write. Your hand will be like, okay, I have to write. I don't have to think. If FPI has been asked consistently in the during the last 5 years, they have asked about food processing industries. So if you have prepared a good note of on food processing industry, you just have to reproduce that into your answer sheet of mains. Yes, I accept the fact that there will be some question on which you have to give 1 or 2 minutes, because that will be a typical question. But those number of questions will be less if you have a good preparation for mains. In the way I told you, please take out the syllabus, and for every topic you have to have notes, and for every keywords you have to have definition and examples. In that way, if you are preparing your mains, that will be a very concise notes, and it will be the to the topic notes, and just you have to reproduce that into your mains answer sheet according to the question. Understood?
Yes, sir. Sir, like,
Okay.
how many PYQ should we focus for, like 10 years, or 5 years,
How
or
many
3 years?
PYQs? No, just first just start with 2023 PYQ or 2024 PYQ, and then go to 2022. So for the last 10 years, you have to prepare. You when you will see the PYQs, no, you will see that many topics are getting repeated. Okay, so in 2023, if they have asked about FPI and you have written an answer on FPI and you have included that in your notes, then in 2022 the question being asked about FPI, you don't have to attempt it, because already you have made the notes. Just revise that FPI note. So in that way you can cover past 10-year PYQs for mains.
So based on PYQs, we can make topic-based notes. So,
Topic based note, no. Based on syllabus, you have to make your notes.
yes,
PYQ or the questions being asked, no, that will be from the syllabus topic only, no.
yes, sir.
Okay, because FPI is directly given in GS3. Okay, so you have to
Yes,
make your notes according to the syllabus, and then when you are done with this, just see that any PYQ topic is I have left, then you can make extra note for PYQ that topic. Only for that topic you can make extra note. Otherwise, every PYQ you have covered in those syllabus notes, no?
yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Any other doubt?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, you told about pastel technique, right?
Mm-hmm.
If there are some 2 to 3 questions regarding the impact or contributions,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't this pastel technique make the our answer monochrome?
What I told you, na, ki pastel technique in every question, all the dimensions will not be used, no. It will be according to the question. If there is no political impact of that topic, you don't have to write P. You just go to economic impact or social impact. If there is no E component in that, you don't have to write E component. Just go to P or S.
Okay, sir.
Understood. That in
Okay.
that sense, it will be different from other questions because every question will not have pastel technique or for that matter, what I have written IGT after that. All the dimensions will not be covered in a single question.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any other question on introduction?
So, like, we can use this pastel technique like in every paper, no, sir, like for GS1 geography, polity,
In
economics.
every what I told in the beginning, no, what is the difference between GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4 answers? No, that in if that question is asked in GS1, you have to give more emphasis on historical and cultural aspect. You can write economical aspect also, social aspect also, political aspect also, but you have to give more emphasis, more points about historical and cultural aspect.
Okay, sir.
But if the question has been asked in GS3, you have to write more about economical and economical aspect, environmental aspect, and science and technological aspect, because these are the topics of these are the syllabus of GS3. So you have to give more emphasis, more points on these three. Then you can write afterwards. You can write political impact one line, social impact one line. You know,
Okay,
understood, Saujanya?
yes, yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Any other doubt on this?
Sir, how to present an answer?
How to present an answer is a very vague question. No, can you narrow down the question?
Uh, how to impress the evaluator
Okay.
with the presentation skills of
Okay.
answer
Okay.
writing?
Okay. So we have till now we have just talked about introduction part. In this introduction, I'll come to that question. That is very good question. How to impress or how to structure your answer, how to include something which is which looks aesthetic or beautiful in your answers. Okay, I will come to that part. Have you understood the introduction part? Any other doubt in this introduction part? First, let's cover all these. If no doubt is there, we will move on. Just tell me.
No, sir.
Other people, any other doubt?
Clear, sir.
Yes, say then if you have doubt. Okay, so then we will move on the body
Sir,
part.
optional, sir, how to optional paper, sir.
You are writing mains this year?
No, sir, no, sir.
We then we will first discuss the GS paper and then we will come to optional in another session.
Oh, okay, sir.
Is that okay? Because that will be very long. Because optional deserves another session. It is quite different from GS answers.
Okay, sir, sure.
Okay, so we will
Sir,
cover
essay,
that in another essay. Also, we will cover
essay also we have
whatever
to.
whatever you want to cover. No, just tell Vishnu sir, and we will decide like according to my availability and all that, because I am at my training center. So according to my availability, we'll just sort out ki this week we'll have session and all that. Okay, I'm here to help you. Don't worry. So the next part is body part. The main thing, the main crux, what the question has asked. Somebody asked how to address the demand of the question. How to address the demand of the question. Demand of the question. So the demand of the question consists of two parts: the indirect demand and the direct demand. Direct demand, for example, if they have asked what are the implication or the significance of this topic or something like that, significance. But indirect, they haven't mentioned anything. Okay, so in body, we have to address both these, indirect demand and direct demand. For indirect demand, we have to make just a diagrammatic form. Somebody asked me how to structure your answer, or how to impress the examiner, or how to beautify your answer. This is the way. Include diagrams, include points that will enhance the visibility of your answers. Okay, so indirect demand has to be addressed with this diagram, this circular diagram or the square diagram. Okay, or these are some 2 to 3 diagrams which you will get anywhere. These diagrams has to be used for indirect demand. Be very clear. Don't use diagrams for direct demand of the question, because it will create an image that you are dodging the question. You are dodging the main part of the question. So you don't have to address your direct demand with your figures. You just have to address the indirect demand with figures. Direct demand has to be addressed with point form. 1, 2, 3, 4. And why I'm insisting on point form? No, for example, in 10 marker, you are writing 5 or 6 points, and that will create a psychological impact on the examiner. Okay, the boy or the girl has written 7 to 8 points, and somebody writes in paragraph form 2 or 3 paragraph. What examiner will think? Okay, this boy has written 2 to 3 paragraph. Maybe he has written almost 1 or 2 points, or 2 or 3 points maximum he has written. But when you will write in this point form, no, he will say, okay, 7 points he has written. I'll give him 5 marks or 4.5 marks. Okay, so this is the importance of writing in the point form. Understood?
Sir,
Yes.
how to get the question? I mean, sorry, how to
Means
understand the
how to
question, what
understand the
they ask?
question. What they are asking. That is what to say. What is the demand of the question? Okay, so for that, what you have to do, there is an exercise. For that, there is an exercise that whenever you are getting the question, no, for example, this is the question, and this is the portion in which you are writing. Every time you write, whenever you are writing, you this mains answers, no, just try to write in a this mains copy format, no, where there are margins here. So whenever there is a question, when you are a beginner of an answer writing, what I used to do is that I used to make a blueprint here in the margin section. No, there is a space. I used to make a blueprint. For example, here I will write introduction, and then what body, in body they have asked about this significance, implication on society. This I will cover, and then I will cover conclusion. This template work, no, I used to do in my like in my successive attempts also. I have done this. When invigilator gives us paper, no, in mains, he or she gives around 10 minutes before. So I used to make 7 or 8 questions blueprint in that question paper only. That has saved me a lot of time in the time management. This is one of the trick to save your time, for time management, to complete your answers on time. Just make a blueprint in the question paper, not in the for these times, no, when you are not giving mains and you are writing answers at your home, you can make this blueprint in the copy itself. But in exam, you don't have to make copy blueprint in the copy. Just make on that question paper that okay, these are things which I have to write. Okay, this is the structuring of your answer. This is called structuring of your answer. But structuring will come once you understand the question. No, that is what you are asking. Ki, what how we understand the question. So once you understand the question, you will structure the question. I have told you about structuring the question. Now I will tell you how to understand the question. Understand the question. For that, you have to do one exercise, is that go to PYQs, just read the question and try to understand what they have asked. Okay, what they have asked, and they have asked, and you can refer to the toppers copies. For example, in this, if you are not able to do PYQ, just refer to toppers copies. You can get easily the toppers copies. Okay, toppers copies. In that toppers copies, they have written answers. Just read the question, and without seeing the answer, just make a blueprint of your what you would have written for that question. Okay, that introduction I'll write this, for body I'll write this, third is conclusion, for conclusion I will write this, and then you compare that answer to this toppers copies. Okay, and then see ki, have you understand the question, um, how the toppers have understood. When you will do this exercise umpteen number of times, many number of times, then you will eventually get a mastery in this understanding the question portion, because you are reading GS, you are reading current affairs, you are reading optional. So these are very you will eventually understand the question. So this is the exercise you all have to do. Take the toppers copies, take some question, and think about what you have written if that question has been presented to you, and then compare yourself with the toppers. Eventually, you will come closer to the topper. Okay, and this is the demand of the question which I have to address. Understood? Who asked this understanding portion of the question? Can you name yourself? Akhil, you asked.
Rajesh.
Rajesh, you asked, no? Understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clearly, sir.
Uh, any other question on this? Praveen has asked, can you please explain direct demand format, sir? Direct demand, I told you, no? Pestle technique. The pestle technique is for direct demand only. You just give me one question of GS. I'll look if indirect and direct demand can be explained through that. Just give me one GS question, means question. Anybody can search and tell me.
Sir, explain
Sir?
the role of
Okay. Role of
geographical factors towards development of ancient India.
explain the role of geographical factors towards
Development of ancient India.
development of ancient India. This is a very classical example. Or somebody asked how to structure or how to beautify your answer. We can cover this ancient India. Okay. So it has asked role of geographical factors towards the development of ancient India. Ancient India consists of IVC, Indus Valley Civilization, Mahajanpadas. Okay, these are the northern worlds. Down south, we have Chola empires and that Pandya and all that. Okay, so for these types of question, what I will refer is that I will make a diagram of India. Okay, I will show this as Indus River, and I will give the significance that because of Indus River, we have the civilization called IVC. This river has played a significant role in IVC, development of IVC. Understood? Here Mahajanpadas were there, and here there were forests, where there were elephants, large, rocks, hill rocks were used. So these all were used in making Mahajanpadas, because during Mahajanpadas they have the elephants in their army, huge elephants they had. In this Mahajanpadas period, there was this northern plains, alluvial plains. These played an important role in the development of Mahajanpadas.
So can we mention about travelers also, sir? Like,
But in this, you have to mention role of geographical factors towards
how
the development of
geographical,
ancient India. Yes, geographical. How geographical factors? Geographical factors means what? Mountains, plateaus, minerals. These are the geographical factors, no? Himalayan, for example, Himalayan, it paved, means it protected us from outside attack, because Mongols and all that, no, came from some passes, no. But if this geographical factor, a geographical feature, which is Himalaya, if this would have not been there, we have been attacked by many foreigners. This would have changed the ancient history of India.
yes, sir.
Understood? So for
Yes, sir.
these types of questions, you have to make diagram. This will give you 1 or 2 extra marks in your answers. Somebody asked, no, what will give you 1 extra marks? So nobody will think about that. Okay, we have to make a diagram. But I am telling you, make a diagram and just represent these information on diagram. And every diagram has to be made in a box format. Label them, properly label them. Okay, for example, here you have right Indus River and point 1. Okay, and then you explain point 1, Indus River, it played an important role in the development of Indus Valley civilization. Point 2, Himalayas, it prevented foreigners on the attack of India, Here you can write labeling 2 point. Then northern plains 3, and then here you write northern plains, northern alluvial plains. It played an important role in the prosperity of Mahajanpadas. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other doubt in this?
So
Or
from
you
my
want
side,
to give any other question? What we are any other question
sir,
for
in
demand of the
GS2,
question?
yes. So in
Mhm.
GS2, they asked like there's the syllabus it's given about like comparing the constitutional schemes with other countries. Like
Okay.
to how
For
many
comparing,
countries?
for comparing, no, they will not ask small countries. Okay. And even if you don't know about any country's comparison, no, look, here comes the importance of PYQs. Okay. In one of the PYQ, they have certainly asked about the comparison between USA and India. Okay. Now also in future exams, in future UPSC, obviously there will be question on comparing, but now they will compare France and India. I think they have asked about France and India also.
Yes,
In
last
the
year
next
they
time,
asked.
yes, in the next exam, they will ask about UK and India. So you know that these types of questions have been asked, are being regularly asked by UPSC. So what you have to prepare is that you have to have some kind of format. For example, for comparison question, every time I'm telling you this, for a comparison question, you have to make table. Okay, somebody was asking that, somebody was telling that if you'll, follow the pastel technique, it will look mono, uh, कि एक जैसा लगेगा वो सारे answers, every answer will look the same way. So this is the way to break the monotonicity of this of your answers. That you make diagrams, you make tables, you make this India diagram, you make the world diagram and all that. That will break your monotonicity of the question. So for these types of question, you just prepare ki, okay, point of difference, USA, India. Point of difference can be on president, can be on cabinet, okay, can be on election, okay, can be on separation of power and division of power, okay. Fifth, so I have made a template, okay. You can now put any country in this, UK, or you can put France. So when you are reading the current affairs, no, every time last year Macron got elected, so they asked the presidential election form of India and France, because that was in the news. You must have known that news. Okay, Macron was selected and all that. So you made a template of that. You just write one point in this. Even if you don't know, just try a bluff. Okay, in France, the president is elected by people, but in India, it is not elected by people. It is indirectly elected. Cabinet minister is being headed by president, but here cabinet minister is being headed by prime minister. Election is direct or election is indirect. What I am telling you is that follow a template. Okay, any country's question will be asked, just replace this, and but these points will be the same point of difference.
So in comparing, should we have to mention the similarities also, sir? Only the
Yes,
difference?
yes. I was coming to that point. If comparison question is there, first you have to write the similarities, and then you come to differences, and then you write the conclusion. This similarities is the indirect demand of the question, because they have
Okay,
never
sir.
mentioned show with this table. Your answer will look beautiful, because you have mentioned the table format. You have mentioned about the circular diagram and all that. Understood?
Sir,
Uh-huh.
how to know what what is examiner expecting from the answer?
How to know what examiner is expecting from the answer? Look, examiner is expecting the demand of the question. You fulfill the demand of the question, you'll get the answer, you'll get the marks. And I have told you the exercise which you have to do to understand the demand of the question. No, though question is asked, okay, you understand the question, you understand the demand of the question. That is the point of examiner. That's it. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
We will end this session now. We have left with. Uh, let us just finish the body part. Any other question on body of the question, body of the answer?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm waiting for other people. No, sir. Okay, okay. Teja, Rajesh, Yagneshri. Okay, Monica. Okay, Malesh, Vanike. Okay. Okay, so I think body portion of the question has also been uh, sufficiently covered. Okay, in the next session we will take some questions. Okay, in the next session we will start with conclusion of GS answers, and then we will come to a specific uh, you know every GS paper, GS1, GS2, GS3. For that we will address three questions each, so that sufficiently you will get time to ask questions, and you will understand better from examples, from questions. Will live we will write answers. I'll also evaluate some of your answers. Okay, if you are writing GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4 questions, no, we will just tell Vishnu sir to uh, evaluate, or just forward to me. I'll evaluate some of the copies, not all copies. It will be possible, but some of the copies before starting the next session. I will evaluate and tell you the differences, tell you the mistakes. One more question I want to address is, somebody asked about. Okay, I forgot that question. But this conclusion part and answer writing the means some questions, you write answers and give it to me. I'll evaluate and then we will discuss on that. We will cover this in another session. Any other question regarding exam? Because I have faced a lot of trauma during preparation of exam. You want to take some suggestions, some tips, and all that regarding, not regarding answer writing, general tips you want to discuss or something like that. You can ask in chat section. I'll not. Hmm. Huh. Balu, this is the question I was searching for. So, from where you have to write a daily answer writing question? From any website, for example, there are many websites who ask for Vishnu sir if he is providing daily questions. If he is not providing, just follow the IS Baba or Insight IS or the Vajiram. They provide questions. Two questions you pick up and write. Understood, Balu?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir. Can you please tell the resources for CSAT and strategy? Okay. Look, CSAT, you don't have to worry too much from now because there is a lot of time left. But um uh, but I want to tell you, Teja, there are two portions in CSAT. One is comprehension and one is the maths and logical portion. Okay. So you have to identify on which portion you are good at. Some people are good at comprehension, some people are good at maths and logical reasoning. If you are good at comprehension, try to attempt all the questions of comprehension. If you are good at maths, just do some like 10 or 12 questions of comprehension and then go to maths. You just understand that there are 80 questions in CSAT and it is only a qualifying paper. You don't have to score 90 marks or 100 marks in that. You just have to score 70 to 75 to 80 marks on a safer side. For a safer side, you have to um, adjust this. Okay, so um, you just have to identify which is your strong portion. Is it comprehension portion or the maths portion? Okay, this was my strategy. For example, in 2022 when I gave no, in 2023, when I appeared for interview, but I couldn't clear. That year, many people were failed in CSAT, but that was the year where I was very confident about CSAT, and I scored very good marks in CSAT with only one strategy that I knew that my comprehension part is very good. In 28 questions which are there in comprehension, I got around 26 or 20, 25 questions correct. So this is my strategy because I know that my comprehension part is very good. So I'll attempt more questions of comprehensions and 10 to 12 questions of maths. For example, if I'll tell you, this CSET question was asked by whom? Can you just turn on your mic?
Yes, I'm Teja.
Okay, Teja.
I was
Look, what was my strategy? That my comprehension part was very strong. Okay, so I attempted all the questions, 28 questions I attempted. Okay, so big, but I prepared for maths also. That too, maths only few topics, like 10 topics I prepared. For example, percentage, average, okay, ratio and proportion. These is small topics, no. Number system. Number system is very important. Number system, if you prepare for number system, no, you'll get 7 to 8 questions.
okay.
Regularly they are asking. Number system is very important. Okay, number system. In this sense, 8 to 10 topics I prepared for maths. Okay, just listen me. In the initial 1 hour, what I did was I did nothing. I just there is logical questions also. These are very easy questions, logical questions. A B C D, A B C D, A
Yes, sir.
B is equals to this, and what will this, and all. These are very easy questions. Once you prepare for these questions, that will be a cakewalk for you. Okay, so in the first hour of CSAT, no, first hour of CSAT, what I did was only 10 to 12 questions of maths and maths plus logical reasoning. And what is the beauty of this maths and logical question is that if you get the answer, you will get it correct. 99%, 95% you will get it correct. Maths question. Because if you are arriving to the answer, it will be correct answer.
Okay.
Okay. So in this 10 to 12 question, because what people think no, that in 120 or 120 minutes you have to do 80 questions, but no, 80 questions. I didn't follow this. I why I have to do all the 80 questions? Just listen my strategy. First hour CSET, I did maths plus logical questions, 10 to 12 questions, maybe 10 questions. Maybe I did 15, around 15 questions. You can prepare, you can attempt. Maybe from that, let's assume that you got 12 right, because the accuracy of maths and logical question is very high in comparison to comprehension. Okay, 12
Okay,
questions
sir.
I got right. Okay, in the second hour, mm, my comprehension part was very strong, so I attempted that in second hour. In comprehension, I attempted all the questions because it was my forte. It was my area where I was very good at. I attempted all the 28 questions, so it gave me 25. Let's say that 25 questions were correct. 25 plus 12, 37 questions I got correct. And what is the net correct you want to clear this exam? This CSET
27.
paper 27. Look the difference. Even if I am getting 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 question galat, so questions wrong, I'll be comfortably clearing this CSET paper. No.
Yes.
Okay. So follow this strategy. You can have this maths as a strong point. Then do maths 30 questions or 25 to 30 questions. 25, at least 25 questions you have to do if your maths plus logical reasoning is strong. Then just attempt 10 or 12 questions of comprehension which are conclusion based. Do not attempt that assumption based question. That is mostly wrong in comprehension.
Okay, sir.
Understood?
Yes.
So it will be according to you which topics are comfortable you are with. Just attempt around 45 to 50 questions. That's it.
Okay, sir.
45 to 50 questions. Or if you are very confident about your accuracy, then only 40 to 45 questions of CSET. That's it. But this practice has to be done with some test papers. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, can you please also
Okay.
tell the resources for this?
CSET.
Yes, sir. Like maths.
For CSET, comprehension, for comprehension, you have to refer to PYQs.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And for maths, you can take any course.
Okay,
PYQs
sir.
only. PYQs only. But any other course, like for example, if you search on YouTube, na, ki maths PYQ for CSET, there will be umpteen number of channels. They have made PYQs, 10-year PYQs or 12-year PYQs. Okay, topic wise. Just do it.
Yes. Okay.
For example, if they are giving percentage PYQ of 10 year, just read percentage from a channel. Okay, and then go
Okay,
to
sir.
that PYQ and watch the whole video. Then your 10-year PYQ of percentage will be over, and you will be like, if percentage question will come, you will be easily able to tackle it.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So,
Thank you, sir.
so
Yes.
people suggest this R.S. Agrawal for mathematics for the CSAT.
No, 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 no. A big no. R.S. Agarwal is for 12th people, no?
Okay, so yeah, thank you,
R.S.
sir.
Agarwal is not fit for UPSC. You don't have to diverse your resources. Just follow the strategy what you have what I have said. Ki,
Yes,
just
sir.
first recognize what is your important area, important strength. What is your strength? Then you follow that strategy.
Yes, okay, sir.
Okay. So we'll end this session. Bye bye.